Hello. Recently, I was talking to some folks and I started thinking about this, and I may have already told you about this in an earlier vlog, and I'm sorry if so. But we were talking about how sometimes you don't feel like you're doing maybe what you're supposed to, that maybe you should be doing more, or you feel you have a calling or something you're supposed to do, and you're not being able to do it. And I think it could be a couple of things. Number one, sometimes when you're going to make a big change, you need a lot of energy, and you might need this much energy and you only have this much energy, and it takes time and sometimes making decisions to shake things up a little bit, taking steps to change your life and whatnot. And then finally you get this much energy. You'll have the courage, the opportunity, the whatever you need to step forward and get out of a situation or into a situation or whatever. So sometimes it feels like you're running in place and getting nowhere fast, when actually you're being held back because you got to build that energy up so that you can do whatever it is you need to do. And then, sometimes people feel like, well, I need to be doing something big, and that means I'll have to go very far away. I'll have to do these great, huge things and all this sort of thing. But see, here's the thing. Some people will go great distances and do great big major things. They're supposed to, but they will have that opportunity present themselves right here. In other words, whatever you're supposed to do, you're not going to have it dangling way out yonder. It's going to be what's right in front of you right now. That's how you're guided, and that's how you're led. You're not led by making some impossible thing that would be what you're supposed to do. Could you only get there? No, you're on your path and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing for the most part, probably already, but having that urge to do something is what drives you to the next step. And like I said, yes, for some, that next step will take them to someplace in Africa, as one of my friends has done. But other people, it may be just take them across the street. But the people or the situation right across the street may be the most important calling for you in your life right now, just as important as the person who lives somewhere else. And here's the thing. That's what I was telling somebody else. You're looking at maybe, let's say, a pond, the world as a pond, and you're supposed to make a big difference. You want to make a big difference, okay? You need to make a big difference. But you're looking at this big pond and you're just saying, I'm just a little drop in this big pool of water here. But no, it may be like an acorn that falls out of a tree right there, and maybe the acorn hits pretty hard in that water and makes a little splash, and you think, that's all I've done. I just made this little splash. No, that little splash creates ripples, and more ripples and more ripples. Maybe those ripples go all the way across the pond. So you may be thinking, well, I'm not doing it very much. I'm just making a tiny little splash in a big pool of life. But you might not realize how far those ripples are going. It may be in hindsight. Often in hindsight, we can look back and we can see how much we've done, how far we've came, how much we've grown. I tend to want to stop doing these vlogs a lot because I feel like, well, this is just ridiculous. Who am I telling anybody anything? Really, I'm nobody to tell you how to do anything. You got probably a whole lot more education or sense or whatever than I ever thought about having. But every now and then somebody will come up and tell me, I loved what you said today and it helped me. And then I think, well, all right, as long as I'm doing something for somebody, I'm going to keep going. Well, see, that means two things. A, if you got somebody in your life that's doing something for you and you're not saying thank you, please do, because you might not realize how much your words mean and how much a little bit of encouragement can help somebody. It could help so much. And then maybe you could see how the little ripples you're creating too will come back to you, and you can see how the difference you're making as well. I think that the thing is, this is the thing though, if you do feel you're needing to help people or have a calling, or you just want to be, a better person in your own personal life, whatever, don't hold back. Ask to be shown. Ask for those opportunities. Do take advantage whatever's in front of you right now. Do a good deed. It'll come back to you. It will come back to you somehow. May not feel like it sometimes, but it will. And never, never, never underestimate the difference you might be making in somebody's life. And if somebody else is making a difference in your life, for gosh sakes, make darn sure you tell them thank you very much, because, it matters. Stuff like that. It matters. Alrighty, that's it for today.